Hello, welcome to Blind Freedom, a channel dedicated to breaking through the barriers of blindness to obtain freedom and independence. I'm Terry Hayes, your host. I'm legally blind. I have a little peripheral vision left, and I want to welcome you to my podcast. My mission is to share as much tips, tools and technology that I have found that work, because there's a lot of things that don't work, and I wanted to share what I have found that works so that it will save you some time, hopefully. I want to share my experience with learning to deal with my blindness, break through my barriers to obtain the freedom that I'm looking for. I hope that I can inspire others that are on the same path, and maybe I can get some others to inspire me as well along the way. And finally, I want to invite all sighted visitors um, to learn about what blindness is like and how we cope with it. And maybe that will help you with someone you know who has blindness, for you to help out with. Today's podcast is titled New Technology and Connections. And I wanted to share with you really what's been a fantastic week for me along this quest of finding my way through ways to deal with my blindness. It's been really exciting, and I want to take you on a little path because all through this week I've discovered all sorts of new technologies, as well as new resources and people that I'd like to introduce you to that have entered into my life. So all of this began last week, and I, if you have listened to any podcast in the past, I might have mentioned that I was looking for a support group um, to connect with other people that are blind in my area and help each other through. And the Massachusetts Commission for the Blind um, did not have a group, but was going to look for one for me. And my case manager got back to me and gave me the name of a person to contact for such groups. But it was from another agency. This person's name was Amy, and I gave Amy a phone call. And to my delight, um, she is also blind and has a lot of experience in the blindness world, has spent many years with national organizations. And I believe she's currently with the American Council for the Blind. And she is an expert in technology and resources. Um, and she's a wonderful person who I think is going to be very helpful to me. Now, the very first thing that she did to me was she connected me with a podcast that she did, interviewing a new author, Andrew Leland, um, and his book titled The Country of the Blind, his memoirs as his blindness increases. And the podcast interview is just really fascinating and interesting. Please listen if you get a chance. I hope to have a link to Amy's podcast as soon as I can on my website, blindfreedom.net. And Andrew, in addition to being a really interesting blind person, um, has written this book, and it's available on Audible, where I listen to it, where he is the narrator, which is excellent. And he is full of experience and knowledge that he researched and gained, both educational as well as experiential. And he talks about what it's like to be going blind, and the struggles and internal feelings and dealing with other people. And it was really, really great to read. I couldn't stop until I was done. Later that afternoon, I got to talk with Amy in person about me, and she interviewed me as in terms of what I was looking for in a support group. And I'm kind of in an unusual category because I'm still working at the age of 68 and still really interested in technology and doing new things. And there's not a lot of peers, I guess, like me, but that's okay. I just want to meet other blind people, and I really don't care whether they're at the same stage as me or not. I've got a lot to learn. Amy really reminded me about that because during her interview, she asked me about what I was using, and she was very generous in acknowledging that I've come a long way in just a couple of years. I'm pretty much working a lot on my own. And she started talking about a lot of the things that she uses in her daily life. And I was just amazed. The breadth and range of technologies that she uses is just great. Um, One of the very first things was introducing me to Bookshare, which is from the National Library of Congress for all of us that have disabilities, reading and otherwise. And all these books are available free to us. And there are probably, I understand, even more titles available, textbooks and such, than are available on the public media like Audible. And Amy, being on the board of directors, was able to sign me up. I can't wait to hear and get started with that. Amy also talked about using glasses um, with an app on her phone to navigate through airports unassisted. Totally impressive. I can't wait to learn about that. And following that um, startling day of innovation and new connections, I also got an email from the Carroll School, which is the Massachusetts School for the Blind, or for the visually impaired, I should say now. And in the email, because this is also November is Technology Month, where they have a technology fair and vendors and seminars about new technology. There were some links to some new technologies that are available. Thank you, Carroll School. The first link I want to tell you about is part of a very familiar app that I'm sure most of you use or have used or should use. It's called Be My Eyes. Now, there's a free version where you can point it at anything, and through the camera, a volunteer will tell you what they see. Or there's a paid subscription version where an employee of the company will do the same thing. And the wonderful new thing that Be My Eyes has done is they've introduced a new artificial intelligence mode. At the bottom of the screen, the second icon, it's called Be My AI. You tap on that, it brings you to a screen which explains that you're about to take a camera picture and that artificial intelligence will tell you what's in your picture. Well, get ready because when you take that picture, you're going to hear a description that is like the most detailed and helpful and noticeable of every detail in that picture. It's quite amazing. If you've used Seeing AI or other text capturing instruments in the past, I think this is going to be like the master at this point. And then a last resource that I came across, and as far as I can understand so far, this is a website of a girl that's in high school, and that's totally impressive to me. And this low vision girl has listed all sorts of helpful how to um, pages. They're in large script for those of you who have some vision left. But your screen readers will be great for like reading it to you for everyone else. And they cover all sorts of different technologies and uses of ways to get around blindness. One of which I really want to explore some more is recognition of handwriting, which until this point has been very difficult for any OCR program to do. And she really has explained to me through her website that Seeing AI and the handwriting channel mode now is working. And unless the handwriting is awful and it needs to be written in pen, um, the the phone will take a picture of the handwriting and then it will produce on the screen a text version of the handwriting. I haven't been able to do this yet, but this sounds like amazing. I really want to commend Jennifer Four Eyes, JenniiFer.com. I'm going to put you on my website as well, a link to your pages because I think you're amazing. So that kind of concludes my tremendous week of technology and new connections in the blind community that I'm entering. It's really exciting and fun. I want to thank you for listening. I hope it's been helpful to you. I hope you explore the technologies that I've learned about this week and really have some fun. I do want to leave a teaser for you that my GPS for the parks in the town of Weymouth is shortly to be posted. So stay tuned. I hope that this did help to inspire people along their pathway of challenging their blindness. And I hope it helps people who are sighted to understand a little bit about what we go through and how to help us out. Please visit my website, blindfreedom.net, and please subscribe so I can keep in touch with you. Thanks.